Hi everybody, how are you? I am so excited to be here for the Monitoring Your Competition Masterclass. As you guys know, this is Jennifer Wegman and I am a business development specialist. I help you to find, connect with, and convert your audience into clients so that you can build profitable, sustainable businesses using my exclusive Growth Catalyst Cycle system. Which I'm so excited about to unveil. I'm going to give it a moment for people to hop on. I want to see if I can invite people. Just not really letting me invite people. So let me just make sure I'm live here in the group, and then I will be getting started in a moment. Yep, I'm live. Yay! Okay. Hang on one second. So remember, if you guys, hi whoever jumped on, if you jump on live and you comment and let me know you were here, you'll be eligible to win a copy of the Client Connection Blueprint, valued at $29. And that will help you to implement some of the things that I'm talking about in the masterclass today. So, monitoring your competition is actually a really, really good thing. I'm going to give you 5 tips. Hey Christina, how are you? Thank you for joining. I'm going to give you 5 tips that you can use today to start monitoring. 5 tips, 5 benefits that you can start reaping today if you start monitoring your competition in the marketplace. Now, I know since I've been online, all I hear is there's no such thing as competition. There's enough clients in the world for everybody. And yes, on some levels that is true, but on other levels it's not. Okay, nobody in entrepreneurship in this country in business lives in a bubble. There are other people who do what we do, who serve the same market we serve, and who have clients in that market, and therefore they are our competitors. Whether they are competitors on the level that we're at, whether they're competitors on the level below, or whether they're influencers who, like Tony Robbins or Marie Forleo or Todd Herman, or any of these people in kind of the upper echelons. Why can't I think of the name? Richard Branson. All these people, they're influencers. Mark Cuban, they're influencers. And they influence the audience that you influence as well, right? So the first tip I'm going to give you, to look at my notes, is monitoring your competition actually provides you with usable market research data at 2 levels. The first level is by looking at the people who are, Mark Cuban's awesome. I love Shark Tank. Looking at the people who are kind of on that same level as you, or in the same kind of circle as you, enables you to basically actively listen on the posts they put on Facebook, on the videos they put on Facebook, on the programs that they launch, and it enables you to see what their audience is saying and leverage that market research, right? So you're not always having to do the market research yourself. It's obviously you want to do the market research yourself eventually, but it's giving you that jumping off point to help you formulate questions and to start addressing the pain points as you work through your market research. Because it's much better to do market research from the concept of, hey, here's a really targeted set of questions I need to ask you, versus, oh, hey, tell me about your life. And then the second level is the influencer level, and this is a level that really matters, as I said, in the vein of Tony Robbins and Mark Cuban and Richard Branson and Damon Johns and Marie Forleo and all the people who, Simon Sinek, and who may do the same thing that you do, but clearly are, I don't want to say out of your league, but who are the lead influencers in the in the community, in the business community, in the life coaching community, in whatever community you're acting in, who are the lead graphic designers, who are the lead copywriters in what you do. Hi, whoever else jumped on. Make sure you comment so you can be eligible to win a copy of the Client Connection Blueprint. You know, by following these people have such massive reach. They have such insane engagement. Like, by following them, making a point to specifically follow them, you can actually get some amazing, amazing market research, because those are the people who are guiding everything else everybody else does, right? So anybody who's in your industry will follow those influencers and will take inspiration from those influencers, and those influencers have so many fans and they have so much engagement on their social media that you're a fool not to take advantage of it, right? You're a fool not to listen to it, and listen to it by monitoring it, because it's such a key piece of the puzzle, right? It's secondary research. It's taking that information and leveraging it, versus doing all the active searching yourself, okay? Second tip: monitoring your competition and monitoring influencers in your industry enables you to get content curation and inspiration, right? I get Marie Forleo. I have her on my C1st. I get her all the time, and when something she writes strikes me, I share it here. Or when something Todd Herman writes strikes me, I share it in here and say why it's affecting me. About half of what you do should be your own content, and half of what you do on social media should be curated from other people who are in your power pod, meaning they may serve the same market that you do or offer complementary services as you do, or hell, even be an influencer or a high-level competitor, maybe in a different price range, that people can start to understand and build your know, like, and trust factor that way. An inspiration, whatever they're talking about, because they've got teams of people to do their market research for them. What they're talking about is leading the industry. It's leading the trends. You can either agree with them or you can disagree with them, but either way, you're going to polarize yourself with your audience, and you're going to grow likes and you're going to grow haters, but you're going to take a stand. You're going to know what you stand, and people will know what you stand for. And if something an influencer is doing that you don't agree with, share it. Tell people, well, this is why I do it better, or this is why I do it differently. And be willing to own and stick to your opinion, right? But either way, it helps you draw fans. It helps you draw your audience. It helps you increase your reach. So, like I said, greater reach. My third tip is greater reach, right? You know, when you're looking at social media to monitor your competition, and you're looking I'm talking specifically social media. I'm talking specifically in this case, more so Twitter and Instagram. By seeing what hashtags these influencers and your competitors are doing and using, you're able to then piggyback off of them. It's kind of like, if you're a NASCAR fan, I just watched Cars 3 the other day. It was such a fun movie, but it's like drafting, right? You're on their butt, kind of drafting off their tailwinds. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with doing that, as long as you don't claim their content as your content. I think that's the key thing, is acting with integrity and owning the fact that you didn't think of it, but most everything in the world isn't original anyway. Somebody said it somewhere at some point. So, by piggybacking off the hashtags that they're using and the engagement methods they're using, you're able to grow your reach and grow your audience. So keep that in mind. And there's also the possibility, if you're engaging with your influencer or with your competitor, that they will take notice of you. And if they truly have a collaboration over competition mentality, they will invite you to share your point of view and cross-pollinate those audiences. Fourth tip, offer validation and competitive pricing. I can't read my writing. Strategy. Competitor pricing strategy. This is really key. Yeah, so piggyback, exactly, Christina. Piggybacking off their hashtags, right? So not necessarily adding yours to, like, use your hashtags, but then piggyback off of there. So if you see Marie Forleo or Mark Cuban is using it, you know, if you fit in that area and you see that they're offering a specific set of hashtags every post and they're getting a ton of engagement, then you want to start to piggyback off of that. You want to start to use those same hashtags, test them out for a period of time and see if they're working for you. Because chances are, if, you know, and also look at the times they're posting, and, you know, post right around the same time, like not before but after, so that when people see their post, they see your post in the most recent with them. So it's catching, you know, piggybacking off of it, riding their coattails. And there's nothing wrong with that. People do it all the time. So competitive pricing strategy and offer validation. This is a really important one. Not only do we need to validate our businesses, but we need to validate our offers. And we need to price them appropriately. And I'm not saying that you should price not what you're worth, because that's not the case. I want everybody in here to price for the value that they provide. But you have to remember that it's all about value perception. You may think you deserve to be paid $20,000 for something, but your audience only thinks you deserve to be paid $10,000. And so you have to work on not only your audience's value perception, but you have to look at how are your competitors and how are your influencers pricing their offers and their retreats and their masterminds and their things. Like, you're going to get a ballpark, right? And you know that an influencer who's charging whatever, they're charging that for a reason. They've done the market research. They know what they're going to get out of it and what kind of time it takes them to do specific things in that offer, and the copy that they're using. And I'm not saying copy their copy, because that's not acting in integrity, right? But you can take keywords from their copy, key ideas from their sales page, and put them into your own words. Because if Todd Herman has $1 million launch of the 90-day year, and you have something similar, clearly he's using keywords in there that are resonating with his audience, or key terms or key ideas. And so by monitoring your competition, you can validate your offers and competitively price them according to the rest of the market. Again, you have to increase your perceived value among your audience, and so that's the important thing. But, you know, about 2 months ago, I did some mastermind market research for somebody, and I pulled all the masterminds that were very similar to the one that she wanted to do. And I said, you know, here are the sales pages, here are some of the keywords they're using, here's the price, here's the duration. And it enabled her to make strategic decisions regarding the launch of her product, her mastermind. And then the last one is, it enables you to adapt to changes in the marketplace. By monitoring your competition, by monitoring people who do the same thing that you do, it enables you to fill a hole that maybe people don't know is there. And the example I want to use for this is, say there's a graphic designer and they've been serving a specific market for the past 3 or 5 years, whatever. Specific branding, specific pricing, not, you know, low-level pricing, but not high-level pricing, but the kind of that middle market. Maybe serving some entrepreneurs within the first 2 or 3 years of business, or some newer entrepreneurs who maybe hit it out of the park going in. And that person decides to up-level, rebrands everything, changes all the pricing structure, changes all the packages. And so suddenly that person is up-leveling and charging what they believe they're worth, which is totally fine, which I totally get and I totally approve of. But now there's this hole in the marketplace that's not being filled, right? Because this person up leveled, they're now looking at looking at entrepreneurs who are 3 to 5 years in business, or who want an initial, instead of looking at an entrepreneur who maybe wants some branding templates, wants a basic rebrand, so that when they do get up to that point, they're going to want a big rebrand of the 5K or 7K package, right? Now your minimum is $3,000, and so you're looking at 5-figure business owners, 5, 6, 7-figure business owners, right? So now that market to serve those, 4 or 5-figure business owners is open. And so there could be an advantage to that for an up-and-coming graphic designer to fill that hole in the marketplace. And if you don't monitor your competitors or the people who do what you do, you'll never know about that whole market, and you'll never know about this specific market niche that can be served now, because that person has moved out of the arena, right? And you're in the arena. So there's an opportunity there to serve an underserved market, maybe creating specific templates to help with branding that a new or early entrepreneur would be able to use, or creating a very specific pre-made brand or small branding package that does the necessities, so that then when they take that initial brand, they can then move up and buy your full rebrand package down the road when they're making some more money and they need the change. And so that's really an important thing, really key benefits that monitoring your competition gives you. So if you have any questions on any of this, please do comment below and I will answer your questions. My Client Connection Blueprint helps you to cover all these things by, it's a Google document, and it asks a specific set of questions. So, what are your content topics? Who are the 5 people who do most what you do? What are their Facebook groups? What are their social media handles? All that jazz. What are their websites? And then it challenges you to look at that, look at their hashtags, write them down, look at their recent offers, write them down, look at their recent blog posts, write them down. What are they talking about? What are they offering? How are they wording things on their website or in their social media? And then it also gives you an opportunity to look at your influencers. What are your influencers doing? What are your influencers talking about? How are the influencers' audience engaging with you? All very important things for us, especially if you're an online entrepreneur or you're acting in the online space. Very important thing to know. But this can also be used specifically at a brick and mortar level as well, because when you're acting in a brick and mortar store, your competition is even more important, because these are people, within the same radius as you who will take. You have a limited customer base, and they have the opportunity to take those customers from you. Even if there are a lot of customers, if they're not going to you, they're going to somebody else, right? If somebody's not coming to me for business development, they're going to somebody else, or they're not going to anybody. And so competition plays a key factor, a key piece of this, but it's not meant to make you feel less than you are. It's not meant to give you imposter syndrome. It's not meant for any of those things. When you take the emotion out of monitoring your competition and solely look at the data and the facts, then that provides you insight that you can use in your business growth and in your business development, which is key. We all need to have objectivity when we're looking at these things. When we act, I know that as buyers, we buy with emotion. As creators, we create with emotion. We love an idea. We love a thing. We think it's going to be the most amazing thing in the world. We're often attached to the outcome. But when you take the emotion out and you look objectively at what your competitors are doing, what the influencers are doing, what's going on in your marketplace, you can then better, You can then better adapt and evolve your own business to compensate for that, or to, I can't think of the right word I want. I don't know if compensate is the right word. You can adapt to the changes to fill the holes in your market and to increase your audience, which is basically what I'm talking about. Business development, right? You're developing your business by monitoring the marketplace. You're taking out the emotion and replacing it with objectivity and saying, okay, what is relevant for me and for my business, and how can I use this information to grow? So that's about all I had. Thank you so much, Christina, for joining me live. Nobody else commented, so you're going to win the Client Connection Blueprint. For anybody else who's interested, the Client Connection Blueprint is available for purchase. It's $29. There are options as well. One option is a consultation. So you buy the blueprint, you fill it out, and you and I get on the phone and we talk about it. Another option is, if you're not sure, you don't really know your competitors, you haven't done a lot of the market research, you can pay me to do it for you. One of my services now is kind of the outsourced business development director service. And so there's an offer there that is also, if you don't know how to do it or if you don't want to do it, I fill it out for you. We get on the phone, we talk about it, and then I set you up to successfully monitor going forward. So if you're interested in any of those 3 offers, please do. I will put the link in the comments. Please do click it. I'm so excited to be doing business development again. I can't even express how excited I am. It's a really great combination of all my skills and enables me to connect with people, which is so great for a mom of a toddler. Let me tell you, I love connecting with people and talking to adults, because there's only so many, Larrys a person can take, Larry vocabulary. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't have anything else. If you're watching this video on replay, thank you so much for watching. And please don't forget to comment. Also share this video. I don't know if you can share, but if you're watching this video, invite your friends to watch it. If you haven't already, please like my page, Insight Information Solutions. I've unlinked this group for specific reasons to help with the engagement and the reach. But my business page is Insight Information Solutions, LLC. So if you're interested, please do like it. You can find it by clicking on my profile, and then you'll see it come up. I think that's about it. So I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And Christina, thank you so much for watching live. I greatly appreciate you spending 25 minutes listening to me. And I will message you the link for the Client Connection Blueprint. The Google Doc, and then you can fill it out. If you have any questions, you can just reach out to me, okay? So thank you so much. I will talk to you all soon. Bye.